When Gilmore Girls first hit our screens in 2000, few imagined it would become one of the most beloved comfort shows of all time. With its quick-witted dialogue,
I'm madly in love with you.
Well, good luck with that.
Unforgettable characters, and that magical small-town charm, it wasn't just a TV series, it was a feeling. But nearly 2 decades after Lorelai and Rory said their final goodbyes, where are the stars of Stars Hollow now? If Gilmore Girls still warms your heart, drop a like and comment who your favorite character is. For 7 seasons, Gilmore Girls painted a world that felt like home, a place where quick coffee stops at Luke's and late-night heart-to-hearts were part of everyday life. The show captured the rhythm of small-town America, the tension between independence and family, and the bond that could only exist between a mother and daughter who were more like best friends. Even today, its reruns and fall rewatches draw millions back to Stars Hollow, proving that some stories never fade. For 7 years, Lauren Graham brought Lorelai Gilmore to life, a fast-talking, coffee-loving single mom who redefined what television motherhood could look like. Her charm, wit, and vulnerability made Lorelai the heartbeat of Gilmore Girls, and for many, the reason Stars Hollow felt real.
Who defines right? And if eating cake is wrong, I don't want to be right.
After the show ended, Graham's career stayed as steady as Lorelai's caffeine habit. She starred in NBC's Parenthood, earning new acclaim as another complex mother figure, and later appeared in Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. Off-screen, she became a successful author, penning several bestsellers, including Talking as Fast as I Can and Have I Told You This Already? Collections that capture her humor and insight just as vividly as her performances ever did. In October 2025, she was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, joined by Gilmore Girls co-stars who reunited to celebrate her legacy. That moment reminded fans how much she's shaped television over the last 2 decades, not just as Lorelai, but as a symbol of warmth, strength, and independence. And while Graham has said she's content leaving Stars Hollow behind, she's never ruled out returning one more time, a thought that keeps longtime fans holding their breath. But what about the daughter who grew up right beside her, both on-screen and off? When Alexis Bledel first appeared as Rory Gilmore, she wasn't just playing a character, she was embodying every bookish dreamer who grew up believing ambition could coexist with kindness. Her quiet strength, mixed with that signature Gilmore curiosity, made Rory one of television's most relatable young women. After Gilmore Girls, Bledel took her talents to projects that showed a more serious side. Her role in The Handmaid's Tale brought critical acclaim and an Emmy Award for Outstanding Guest Actress. Yet even as her career soared, Alexis remained famously private, rarely giving interviews and choosing her roles carefully, often stepping back from the spotlight entirely. In recent years, she's focused more on her personal life. After a marriage to Mad Men actor Vincent Kartheiser and their quiet split in 2022, Bledel has largely kept out of public view. But when she does reappear, whether at award shows or Gilmore Girls anniversary events, the response is immediate and affectionate. Fans still see her as Rory, the girl who chased dreams with heart and integrity. At the 2025 Emmys, her reunion with Lauren Graham sparked fresh talk of another revival. And while Bledel hasn't confirmed anything, one thing is clear: her legacy as Rory Gilmore remains as timeless as the falling leaves of Stars Hollow. And speaking of timeless, let's turn to the woman who gave Emily Gilmore her unforgettable bite and elegance.
Champagne, anyone?
Oh, that's fancy.
Well, it's not every day that I have my girls here for dinner on the day the banks are open.
Few characters could command a room like Emily Gilmore, and few actresses could play her with such precision and poise as Kelly Bishop. As Lorelai's formidable mother, Bishop brought a perfect balance of sophistication, sharp wit, and quiet vulnerability, making Emily one of television's most memorable matriarchs. She appeared in Amy Sherman Palladino's Bunheads and later reunited with her once again in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, where her brief appearance delighted longtime fans. But it was her 2024 memoir, The Third Gilmore Girl, that gave audiences something they'd never had before: a candid look behind the curtain of her decades-long career and her personal reflections on playing Emily. In 2025, she was featured in the Bliss X Gilmore Girls skincare collaboration, a playful nod to her character's elegance and enduring popularity as the series celebrates its 25th anniversary. Even at 80, Bishop's humor and insight remain as sharp as ever. She's often said that Emily Gilmore was one of those rare roles that come once in a lifetime. And for fans who still hear her trademark,
Lorelai, Lorelai, Lorelai.
Echoing through the halls of that Hartford mansion, Kelly Bishop will always be television royalty. But for many fans, one face will always be missing from those family dinners, the man who gave the Gilmores their heart. Before Gilmore Girls, Edward Herrmann was already a respected figure in film and theater, known for his commanding presence and unmistakable voice. But as Richard Gilmore, he became something more, the steady heartbeat of the Gilmore family. His performance brought warmth, intellect, and a quiet dignity that grounded every scene he entered. When Herrmann passed away in 2014, just 2 years before the Netflix revival, it left a void that could never truly be filled. His absence was deeply felt by the cast and fans alike, and A Year in the Life paid heartfelt tribute to him in one of its most emotional moments. Off-screen, his colleagues often spoke of him as a mentor and gentleman, a consummate professional who treated everyone with kindness. In many ways, his legacy mirrors that of Richard himself, refined, reliable, and rooted in love for family. Nearly a decade after his passing, he remains one of the reasons Gilmore Girls still resonates so deeply. But while Richard's chair at Friday night dinner may now sit empty, another familiar face from Stars Hollow has continued serving coffee, sarcasm, and wisdom to loyal fans everywhere. As Luke Danes, Scott Patterson became the quiet anchor of Gilmore Girls, the gruff diner owner with a hidden heart of gold. His chemistry with Lauren Graham gave the series its romantic backbone, and his deadpan humor made Luke unforgettable. After the show ended, Patterson stayed close to television, appearing in Aliens in America, The Event, and later Sullivan's Crossing, where he plays a small-town mentor that feels like Luke, just older and wiser. The series, airing on the CW and CTV, was renewed through 2025, earning Patterson new fans while keeping the old ones devoted. He's also found success behind the mic with his rewatch podcast, I Am All In, where he shares behind-the-scenes stories and interviews with co-stars. The show reignited fan passion and proved that Gilmore Girls still has plenty left to discuss. At fan conventions and anniversary festivals, Patterson remains a favorite, humble, funny, and grateful. To fans, he'll always be the man who kept Stars Hollow running, one cup of coffee at a time. Long before she became one of Hollywood's biggest comedy stars, Melissa McCarthy was the heart of the Dragonfly Inn. Sookie St. James, the accident-prone chef whose laughter filled every kitchen scene. Her friendship with Lorelai brought warmth and balance to the show, giving Gilmore Girls much of its heart. After leaving Stars Hollow, McCarthy's rise was meteoric. She conquered the box office with films like Bridesmaids, Spy, and The Heat, proving that her timing and charm could carry any screen. She's earned 2 Oscar nominations and became one of the few actresses of her generation to dominate both comedy and drama. In recent years, she's shown no signs of slowing down, stealing the spotlight as Ursula in Disney's The Little Mermaid and appearing in Jerry Seinfeld's Netflix comedy Unfrosted in 2024. Fans love that, even amid blockbuster fame, McCarthy still speaks fondly of her Gilmore Girls beginnings. Though her schedule kept her from appearing in every scene of the 2016 revival, she's hinted she'd never say never to returning again. And with her warmth and humor, it's easy to believe that Sookie's kitchen lights are still glowing somewhere in Stars Hollow. But what about Rory's rock band best friend, the one who gave the show its rebellious rhythm? As Lane Kim Keiko Agena gave Gilmore Girls its rhythm, the drummer, the dreamer, and the best friend every viewer wanted to have. Her storyline captured the push and pull between independence and tradition, making Lane one of the show's most relatable and quietly powerful characters. After Gilmore Girls, Agena built a steady, diverse career in television. She appeared in 13 Reasons Why, Prodigal Son, and Better Call Saul, proving her range far beyond Stars Hollow. Though she's kept a lower profile than some of her co-stars, she's remained beloved within the fandom, often appearing at fan conventions and anniversary panels, where her sincerity and humor still shine through. Now in her 50s, Agena continues acting and supporting Asian American creatives, speaking often about the importance of representation and artistic freedom, values Lane herself would have championed. And while Lane brought the beat, three men helped define Rory's love life and the show's lasting debates: Dean, Jess, and Logan. Let's see where all three of them ended up. Few debates in television history have endured quite like this one: Dean, Jess, or Logan. But beyond their characters' rivalries, Gerald Padalecki, Milo Ventimiglia, and Matt Czuchry each carved out impressive paths long after leaving Stars Hollow behind. When Gerald first appeared as Rory's sweet small-town boyfriend, audiences saw a reflection of youthful innocence and heartbreak. After leaving Gilmore Girls, Padalecki found global fame as Sam Winchester in Supernatural, a show that ran for an astonishing 15 seasons and cemented him as a television icon. Following Supernatural, he took on another long-running role in Walker, a modern reboot of Walker, Texas Ranger. The show ran 4 seasons before its 2024 cancellation, a decision Gerald said left him grateful but ready for rest. Since then, he stepped back from the spotlight, focusing on producing and spending more time with his family in Austin. Still, he remains deeply connected to fans, often showing up at conventions to reminisce about Gilmore Girls and the early days that started it all. Milo's turn as Jess, the brooding, rebellious intellectual, brought an edge that changed the show's tone. His chemistry with Alexis Bledel and his character's evolution from troublemaker to writer gave Gilmore Girls some of its most compelling moments. After leaving the show, Ventimiglia went on to headline This Is Us, one of the most beloved dramas of the 2010s. His portrayal of Jack Pearson earned multiple Emmy nominations and reintroduced him to an entirely new audience. In 2023, he starred in The Company You Keep, and as of 2025, he's filming a Netflix thriller series titled I Will Find You, proving his career longevity is as strong as ever. And while Dean was the first love and Jess the rebel, there was one last suitor who brought sophistication and plenty of debate to Rory's world. When Matt Czuchry joined the cast in Season 5, his portrayal of Logan, the charming, confident Yale heir, added glamour and tension to Rory's journey. After Gilmore Girls, he continued his streak of strong television roles, starring as Carrie Uggos in The Good Wife and later leading The Resident as Dr. Conrad Hawkins. When The Resident ended in 2023, Czuchry shifted gears, appearing in American Horror Story, Delicate, alongside Emma Roberts. The role marked a darker turn in his career, and critics praised his understated intensity. Now in his mid-40s, he's hinted that he still keeps in touch with Alexis Bledel and would never rule out stepping back into Logan's shoes if the timing was right. 3 men, 3 legacies, and together they remind fans how Gilmore Girls became more than a story about love. It was about growing up, moving on, and finding yourself along the way. And while these 3 defined Rory's world, the rest of Stars Hollow was filled with unforgettable faces, and the actors who brought them to life have kept just as busy. Stars Hollow was never just a backdrop. It was alive, thanks to the unforgettable faces who filled its diners, gazebos, and town meetings. And for these fan-favorite actors, life after Gilmore Girls has been full of new stories, surprising roles, and plenty of nostalgia. Nobody embodied Stars Hollow's lovable weirdness like Sean Gunn. Whether running a pet store or directing short films, Kirk did it all. After the show, Gunn joined his brother James in Hollywood's biggest franchises, performing motion capture for Rocket Raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy and appearing in The Suicide Squad. Now part of the upcoming DC Universe reboot, he's one of the few Gilmore alums to transition from quirky sitcoms to superhero blockbusters. Yet he still calls Kirk his most heartfelt role. Paris Geller remains one of the most iconic overachievers in TV history. Brilliant, brash, and utterly unforgettable. After Gilmore Girls, Liza Weil found acclaim in How to Get Away with Murder, a six-season hit that showed her dramatic range. In 2024, she starred in Lost and Found in Cleveland, proving she can still surprise audiences with depth and subtlety far beyond Paris's fiery perfectionism. As Michel, Yanic Truesdale mastered the art of sarcasm with heart. He's now reunited with Amy Sherman-Palladino in Étoile, a 2025 Prime Video drama set in the world of ballet. Beyond acting, Truesdale is a devoted fan favorite, regularly appearing at conventions and anniversary events where his wit and warmth remind fans exactly why Michel remains a standout character. Michael Winters turned small-town bureaucracy into comedy gold as Taylor, the eternal organizer of all things Stars Hollow. Since the series ended, he's continued performing on stage and at fan events, where audiences still greet him like the town mayor he once played. As the town's most charming gossips, Liz Torres and Sally Struthers gave Gilmore Girls its humor. Both have continued to perform, Torres in stage productions, Struthers in regional theater, and frequently attend reunion events, always met with thunderous applause. Together, this ensemble kept Stars Hollow vibrant, and their continued love for the show keeps it alive long after the cameras stopped rolling, because even without Lorelai and Rory, Stars Hollow's doors never truly closed. Nearly 20 years after the final credits rolled, Gilmore Girls has only grown stronger. Each autumn, when the air turns crisp, fans around the world return to Stars Hollow for another comforting rewatch. The show trends on Netflix every fall, and anniversary screenings, themed festivals, and cozy merch drops have made it part of the season itself. But in recent years, one question has refused to fade. Could the Gilmores come back again? Since A Year in the Life aired in 2016, rumors of another revival have surfaced almost every year. Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel have both hinted that they'd never rule it out, while Amy Sherman-Palladino has said the door is always open if the story feels right. So far, no project has been confirmed, but fans remain hopeful that Stars Hollow might someday reopen its doors. Meanwhile, the fandom thrives. Podcasts, fan conventions, and events like the Firelight Festival in Connecticut draw thousands annually. And as Gilmore Girls celebrates its 25th anniversary in 2025, it's clear the story has already achieved something rarer than a sequel, a legacy that never stopped growing. Because for millions, Stars Hollow isn't fiction, it's family. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more forgotten Hollywood tales.